Welcome back to the Explainer. Today, we're diving into a web browser that, doesn't just want to be another app on your desktop. It wants to be a legend. It's called SSuite NetSurfer Prometheus. So let's find out if this thing really has what it takes to steal some fire from the gods of the internet.
Think about it. The browser world is, well, it's a battlefield of titans, right? You've got your Chromes, your Firefoxes, your Safaris. They're basically the established gods on some kind of digital Mount Olympus. But this explainer is all about a challenger, one that's painting itself as a modern-day myth, ready to take on those giants.
And this is the whole idea behind the name. They're calling it Prometheus. Remember the old Greek myth? He was the titan who stole fire from the gods and gave it to humanity. So the creators here making a pretty bold statement. They're basically saying their browser is that same kind of gift, a tool to empower you, the user.
All right, so how exactly is this titan for your tabs planning to shake things up? What's the actual promise they're making to us?
Well, according to its developers, the browser world has become a stagnant sea, just full of boring clones and not a lot of new ideas. So the problem Prometheus claims it's here to solve is that mundanity. It wants to be something genuinely different.
And here's how they frame the fight. On one side, you've got what they call the old guard. Browsers with these fixed home pages, often packed with ads. But on the other side, you've got the Prometheus promise. And that promise is freedom. The freedom to choose your own homepage, and a laser focus on speed, not on making sponsors happy. So let's tackle that first part of the promise, speed. I mean, this is a huge battleground for any browser, and Prometheus makes some pretty specific claims about how fast it is.
So how do they say they get this speed? Well, it really boils down to three things. First, a lightweight architecture, which means it should run great even on older, less powerful computers. Second, an extremely small running footprint. And third, it's been optimized for just pure maximum speed. The whole idea is no lag, no sluggishness, just fast browsing.
So what's the secret sauce here, technically speaking? Well, it's not built using a heavy framework like .NET. Instead, it's built right on top of Microsoft's Win32 API. The thinking is that this gives the browser a much more direct line to your computer's hardware, which is how they justify those high-performance claims.
And hey, don't just take their word for it. They point directly to Microsoft itself. This quote basically says, the Win32 API is what you use when you need the highest level of performance. Suite is essentially saying, look, we picked the most powerful foundation you can get for a Windows application.
Okay, speed is one thing, but what about keeping you safe? The other part of the Prometheus myth is about protecting humanity. So let's see how this browser turns that idea into actual security features.
It claims to wrap you in an invisible shield. And what that really means is you get a built-in ad blocker that you can update, defenses against malware, protection from those nasty phishing scams, and of course, a dedicated private mode so you can browse without leaving tracks.
They also handle extensions a little differently. Instead of some wide-open anything-goes app store, they have this curated library. They've hand-picked add-ons like Proton Pass and uBlock Origin. The argument is that this helps guarantee your safety and privacy because they've vetted everything first.
Let's be honest, speed and security are kind of table stakes these days. Every browser has to have them. So what does Prometheus do that's genuinely different? What's this original flair it keeps talking about?
First thing, making it look like your browser. We're not just talking about a simple light mode or dark mode here. It comes with 35 different color themes. It's a small thing, but it's all about giving you more choice to make the browser feel like it belongs to you.
Now this is where things get a little quirky. It has a special refresh button that they say bypasses your computer's cache to pull the absolute freshest version of a website from the server. It's also got a media player built right in, and it comes with an app for transferring files from your Android phone. Kinda neat? Okay, so a question might be popping into your head right about now. The browser insists it's not a clone and has all this original flair, but it also says it's built on the stable and reliable Chromium framework. So which is it? How can it be both? The answer is this thing called WebView 2. Think of it like this. Microsoft provides the engine of the car, the part that actually displays websites. And that engine is based on Chromium, so it gets all the latest security updates automatically. SSuite then builds their own custom car around that engine. The body, the seats, the dashboard, the weird refresh button. So yeah, the engine is Chromium,
But the car, the browser itself, is their own original design.
So when you put it all together, what's the big idea here? Who is this browser really for? And what does it even mean to browse like a legend?
The person they're trying to reach is what they call a digital trailblazer. This isn't just for someone who wants to mindlessly scroll through the web with a generic tool. It's for people who want to actually enjoy it with a browser that's fast, secure, and has a little bit of its own personality.
And that brings us right back to the beginning, to the myth. SSuite NetSurfer Prometheus is offering its version of fire, its speed, its security, and its customization. Which kind of leaves us all with a final question to think about. In your own digital life, what fire, what tools or features or freedoms do you really need to feel like you can explore and dominate your digital world?